Hello, Dr. Huff. This is Miguel. Before I give my speech, I'd like to introduce you to my live audience member, which is my father, who is helping me record this video.
Hello.
Here are my recorded note cards for this speech. Being part of a strong family means you will always have someone who will protect you, guide you, and make sure you have what you need to succeed. Without that kind of support, families start to fall apart. The same is true for nations. When countries stop working together, global health starts to suffer. Welcome to the danger the United States faces if it withdraws from the World Health Organization. Today, I'll be discussing with you why the United States should remain part of the World Health Organization, also known as WHO. First, I will talk about the problem of the United States withdrawing from the World Health Organization and how that weakens our ability to respond to global health threats. Second, I will analyze the cause of this problem. By looking at the history of the COVID-era political backlash, misinformation regarding the World Health Organization, and the encouragement from leaders to withdraw. For the third and final point, I'll present to you a solution on how we could take action to ensure the United States remains part of the World Health Organization and continues to lead in global health cooperation. The problem of the United States withdrawing from the World Health Organization is threefold. First, withdrawing from WHO weakens global coordination in responding to disease outbreaks. What people do not realize is that the World Health Organization is responsible for tracking new diseases, sharing early warnings, and coordinating international responses that help keep outbreaks from spreading worldwide. With information gathered by researchers Eri Togami and colleagues in December 2022 for Euro Surveillance, Togami outlines WHO's public health intelligence system encompasses the detection, verification, risk assessment, and investigation of events that pose a potential risk to human health. This means, without the participation of the US, we are more prone to danger as the United States will no longer receive early notifications through the World Health Organization. Second, withdrawing from the World Health Organization limits scientific cooperation between the United States and the global research community. The World Health Organization plays a major role in standardizing medical terminology, coordinating research, and supporting international scientific communication. According to researcher Trumpina Kerr in the Journal of Research and Ayurvedic Sciences published in 2026, the World Health Organization is essential for creating shared scientific standards, stating that terminological harmonization becomes non-negotiable for ensuring data quality, research reproducibility, and cross-country comparison. What this means is that without the involvement in the World Health Organization, the United States loses access to unified scientific systems that make international research possible. Last, withdrawing from the World Health Organization will harm the United States' credibility. What people do not realize is that global health cooperation is one of the main ways countries build trust, leadership, and international stability. As reported by journalists Talari Ansari and David Hall in the Wall Street Journal on July 7, 2020, global health leaders strongly criticized the U.S. decision, with UN Foundation President and Chief Executive Elizabeth Townsend called the move short-sighted, unnecessary, and unequivocally dangerous. Withdrawing from the WHO signals to allies that the United States is stepping back from international responsibility, weakening its global reputation, influence, and credibility. The cause behind the United States withdrawing from the World Health Organization comes from several interconnected factors. First, the COVID-era political backlash created widespread distrust towards global health institutions. Many leaders blamed WHO for early pandemic confusion, even though the organization could only advise countries and cannot enforce national policies. According to researcher Mahad Hamazah Shah in Cures, August 2025, the withdrawal marked a breakdown in global health cooperation, showing how political frustration during the pandemic went international collaboration. This means the anger from the COVID era fueled the withdrawal from WHO, creating political backlash and weakening global cooperation. Second, misinformation regarding the World Health Organization spread rapidly online. False claims circulated suggested that WHO favored certain countries or attempted to control national health decisions. According to researchers Rita Tang, Lasita Bode, and Emily Varga in Health Communication, March 2026, the World Health Organization used corrective communications to counter common misinformation during the pandemic as part of its risk communication efforts. Misinformation had spread so widely that the World Health Organization had to actively debunk false claims to maintain public trust, and the resulting confusion fueled skepticism that contributed to the United States' decision to withdraw. Third, encouragement from political leaders to withdraw personally the United States to step away from the World Health Organization. During the COVID-19 pandemic, some officials publicly criticized WHO, framing the organization as ineffective or biased. According to researchers Amaru, Adamu, Obeda, IB, and Maragana in Globalization and Health 2026, the United States' withdrawal from WHO creates significant challenges for global health governance and weakened international cooperation. This means the political leadership and policy decisions played a major role in encouraging the withdrawal. The solution to help the United States remain in the World Health Organization is the importance of acknowledging that contacting our U.S. senators is an effective way for citizens to influence national policy decisions. With information gathered by policy researchers in Talking to Congress, Can Constituents Contacting Their Legislator Influence Policy 2024, the author explains that the personalized message from constituents can influence how legislators vote, and congressional staff report that fewer than 50 messages are often enough to sway an undecided member. Reaching out to senators through phone calls, emails, or official constituent forums is a practical and impactful way to encourage them to support the United States' involvement in the World Health Organization. I encourage you to contact our state representatives and to the senators Alex Padilla and Adam Schiff, and encourage them to continue their support for the U.S. involvement in the World Health Organization. This is our best chance to ensure the United States stays engaged in global health cooperation and remains prepared for future pandemics. Rather than leaving the responsibility to a few policymakers, the nation can have a voice in protecting our public health and strengthening our role in the international community. To summarize, we first talked about the problems caused by the United States withdrawing from the World Health Organization, including rising misinformation and weakened global cooperation. Second, we discussed the causes behind this issue, such as political influence and the spread of misinformation about WHO. Last, we learned about the solution of contacting the U.S. senators to encourage them to keep the United States in the World Health Organization. In conclusion, the World Health Organization has protected global health and supported countries during major health crises. It is our turn to ensure that the United States continues working with the international community by remaining in the World Health Organization. By taking action and contacting our senators, we help keep our nation safe and strengthen cooperation that protects people around the world.